now let's talk about the appeal of Star Trek Part 2. Now, the appeal of Star Trek, it's honestly kind of spans different subgenres. Sometimes it's courtroom drama, other times interpersonal drama, sometimes it's really dark psychological stuff. Especially with Star Trek Deep Space Nine, which really demonstrated the franchise's kind of capacity, ability to kind of go take risks and get pretty dark and mature, deal with some pretty dark and mature subject matter, such as war, racism, xenophobia, intolerance, bigotry, discrimination, even shell shock, PTSD, and some pretty serious, heavy subject matter. But at the time, it was quite unusual for the franchise, and even unusual for a sci-fi show that's primarily aimed at seen as kind of being, for the longest time, being aimed at viewed at a family audience. But Star Trek actually showed that the franchise wasn't just being aimed just another space sci-fi adventure show aimed for a family, aimed for the whole family. They're actually pretty dark and heavy. Now, Star Trek, I wouldn't say it's as family friendly as Star Wars. It actually gets a little bit more serious. Star Trek often gets very philosophical and very hard philosophy. It's very philosophical and moral. Especially with Star Trek Next Generation, which really demonstrated the series as being very much more based off using social commentary, which, the original series is often known for that, but it was often cited as being, often known for that because it's more progressive nature at the time. It was famously, of course, the first series of the future. It's famously quite revolutionary for television, and it's especially sci-fi TV shows in general at the time weren't seen as having really diverse casts. It really pushed the limits of diversity and of representation in television at the time, featuring one of the first interracial kisses on television in America, which is actually quite notable. Which is honestly one of the biggest notable things about the original Star Trek series, and not only at the appeal of Star Trek is, at times, it's also much like Star Wars. It's pretty expansive. It's beyond films and TV shows. You got comics, you got novels, you got role-playing games, video games, you have audio dramas, like short stories that were published in like magazines, official Star Trek magazines that had like kind of short vignette stories detailing different things. There were like offshoots, and then you had you also had I forget the appeal of Star Trek is that you had the appeal of Star Trek is that it appeals to different generations, it appeals to different generations, it appeals to different like the next generation of course appeals to both a new generation of fans as well as the original generation of Star Trek fans, and each incarnation often appeals to like a different kind of generational fan base. Much like Star Wars, it has multi-generational appeal. Basically people could watch the original series, watch Discovery, and kind of the same kind of generational appeal like Next Generation had when that premiered. Well, so it is, yeah, kind of, I mean,